Hello everyone, welcome to video lecture series of radar systems. Today's topic is tracking radar. In this video I'll be talking about what is tracking radar, what is the basic function of the tracking radar, and how many types of tracking radar are commonly used. Let us begin. Till now we have discussed and we have considered the radar mainly as a surveillance radar, which detects target over a particular region, and a radar not only recognizes the presence of target but actually it determines the target's location in range and one or two angle coordinates. Besides that, there is one more function of radar which is used to track the paths of one or more target, and that type of radar is known as a tracking radar. So generally it performs various functions before it starts the tracking activity. Tracking you can understand if you are following someone continuously, means you are moving on the same path along with the other person, means you are continuously monitoring, you are continuously tracking. The same function is being performed by the radar. So before starting tracking activity, radar has to perform some of the important functions like target detection. First, target is to be detected, then only the tracking of target will be done. Along with target detection, range of the target, calculating elevation, azimuth angle, determining Doppler frequency shift. These are required actually to determine the target path, and on the basis of these parameters, the future position can be predicted. So this is what the function of a tracking radar. So all or some of the coordinates which are used to predict the future position, that is being required, that is known in advance, and for which angle tracking is done. And angle tracking and the tracking which is being performed by the radar, that is known as a tracking radar. So it means tracking radar tracks the target and it continuously track one of the three parameters, and these parameters may be range, angle or Doppler frequency shift. And different types of radar tracking techniques are available, and most of the tracking radars, they use the principle of angle tracking. So there are various types of tracking techniques are available. Those techniques are known as lobe switching, conical switching, monopulse tracking, and all these techniques I'll be talking in detail in the upcoming videos. Along with that, a special radar which is known as a synthetic aperture radar, SAR, that also I'll be discussing in a upcoming video. This is about the introductory lecture, introduction to tracking radar. So I'll be talking about the basics about the tracking. Here you can see a diagram. This is the most basic tracking system which is being designed and commonly used. It is known as a servo tracking system, and here in this particular diagram, servo mechanism is being shown. What happens, you can see there is a radar antenna. So radar antenna is initially trained on a target, after which it automatically remains pointed at the target because it has to follow its motion. So the first very basic function, whenever the wave is being transmitted, then on the basis of the reflected echo, target is being identified. So this is how the antenna is going to be working. And or you can say this is one of the most basic tracking radar system design, which is the servo tracking system, and radar antenna is pointed towards the target once the target is being identified, and it will continuously point it to the target as if it will be moving. Now the system provides continuous position information to the operator, and possibly it is done by a fire control system. So here this particular antenna, this antenna is rotated by a motor which provides a negative position feedback signal to the controller, and when the antenna is continuously rotated by this particular motor, and this subsystem is known as a servo mechanism. So here the commanded input signal commanded input signal, you can see this is the desired azimuth. So this signal is the desired azimuth of the antenna actually. And the error signal, you can see there is a error when you compare the input with the feedback. So upon comparing the input with the feedback, you will be getting the error signal, right? This is how you will be able to compute. So the error signal, it drives the motor controller to reposition the antenna until the position feedback indicates that the antenna is at desired azimuth. Means if there is any error, then that error has to be corrected, means the position of antenna needs to be corrected. So if there is an error, then motor will reposition the antenna in such a manner that it will indicate accurately the antenna azimuth, which is the input. And at that particular point, error signal will be 0 and this motor will stop. So when there is no error, means the antenna is correctly aligned with the target, then the motor will stop. So this servo mechanism can be combined with a tracker, and that can determine the azimuth angle of a target, and the system can use this particular input as well. So this is how it can operate. There are some important other factors also which can be like continuously tracked. The range and Doppler frequency shift can also be continuously tracked if there is a requirement. Then server control loop, which is actuated by the error signal generated in the radar receiver. So it can perform the function. And continuous radar, a servo mechanism is actuated by a error signal, because of which antenna beam is being pointed out, and there are various methods for generating the error signal. The methods may be sequential lobing, second is conical scan, and third is mono pulse. So these are the various techniques. So radar tracking information, it may be given to the display unit so that it could be displayed, or it may be supplied to an automatic computer which determines the target path, and it can predict the future probable position of the target as well. So tracking radar must find its target before it can track. Target detection is important before the tracking. And some radar that can work as a search radar to find the target before switching to tracking mode. And due to some technical or operational limitations, single radar for both search and tracking is not favorable in some of the applications. This is what I have explained about the servo mechanism and the servo tracking system that I have listed out over here. Next, I'll be talking about a simple tracking radar. What is the block diagram of a simple tracking radar? Here you can see this is the block diagram where several components have been shown. The several components are like duplexer, receiver, transmitter, angle error, range Doppler, time frequency, servo control. See, let us start from one end. You know, duplexer is a unit which is being used whenever there is a use of single antenna for the transmission and reception. Transmitter will transmit the pulse, and whatever the received signal or the echo that will be received by the receiver, that will be processed, and on the basis of the received echo, target will be identified, and once it has been identified, it can be tracked. So the tracking operation in the radar, it depends upon the angular information. Angular information is very much required whenever there is a requirement of tracking. So a very narrow antenna beam is used. You must remember over here, antenna beam must be very narrow, and it is used which will track one target object at one time. So a single target can be tracked at one time, and this can be performed by using range gating or Doppler filtering module. Here you can see range oblique Doppler gating. So range tracking is carried out by using timing control unit, while Doppler tracking, that is carried out by using Doppler gating unit. And angle error information. See, this is about the angle error information where there is an error in between the antenna pointing and the target. So the angle error signal that is provided as the input to the servo motor over here. You can see there is a servo control, servo motor. So angle error information that is being given to this servo motor, and this is based on a control system. This is actually a control system. So now this servo control system, it will steer the antenna according to the error input. So depending upon the error, the same amount of information, same amount of action will be performed for the antenna. It means when the servo system will steer the antenna as per the error input, then it will track the target continuously and accurately in the desired direction. So here you must remember that this is here this particular error angular error signal which is required, that must be obtained accurately. So these are the functions of the individual units which I have discussed now. Now let us talk about the different types of tracking radar. There are many types of tracking radar which are used to track the targets, and some of them are: first is the single target tracker. Single target tracker, this is a very important unit. A single target tracker, this is also known as a STT, and it is used wherever there is a requirement of continuous tracking of a single target. Single target is being tracked continuously and higher data rate is required. So there will be a use of STT radar. Generally this type of tracking is used in controlling the missile movements, as it is being carried out by missile guidance radar. So this is how you can explain where it is going to be used. And this type of tracker, a closed loop servo mechanism is used. Here the type of servo mechanism, that is a closed loop. You must remember it. And why closed loop? Because it will keep the angle coordinates error very small. Then only error will be small. So if the errors are less, then there will be more accuracy. So it will gives more accurate information, and for that error will be less. Second type of tracking radar is track while scan, TWS. So track while scan radar, it scans beam over a relatively large area. Means it continuously scan a large portion of like target around, and it rapidly scans in the angular sector. Means the sector is angular over there, and it continuously tracks the target. And here it can track more than one target at a time. So here the radar computer which is being available. So the radar computer measures return power as a function of beam location, so that tracking can be done for a large scanning area. And radar will be able to see the targets even the track has a broken beam. Even if in some of the conditions, if the beam has been broken or beam has been lost, even then the radar will be able to track the target. Radar will be able to see the target in that particular large region. So this large scan makes TWS, track while scan, highly vulnerable to ECM jamming. So this is also one of the most important radar which is used in a number of applications. Third is the automatic detection and track, AD&T. This type of technique is mostly used in air traffic control radar. Air traffic control radar, there is a very high amount of accuracy is required. And this technique is employed with air surveillance radar, which has a 7.5 to 15 rotations per minute. And it provides the data according to the rotation of antenna. Antenna beam is continuously rotating, and according to the rotation of antenna it provides the data. And it can also track number of targets simultaneously. Even the number of targets may be like in the series of tens or hundreds. So here the antenna position is not controlled by the closed loop. You must remember it. Here the antenna position is controlled by the open loop. And you must also remember that ADT, which is automatic detection and track, it has a lower data rate in comparison to the STT, which is single target tracker. But AD&T, it has an advantage that it can simultaneously track a large number of targets. Like as I have told you, some hundreds of targets also it can track. So this is how you can explain it. One more type of tracking radar is phased array radar tracking. So phased array radar tracking, this is also very important, and this technique, in this particular technique, multiple targets can be tracked, but here tracking is being done on the basis of the time sharing, and this time sharing is being controlled by the computer. So large number of tracks can be scanned rapidly by using this technique, because here electronically steered phased array method is used. So antenna beam is scanned electronically, and which is switched from one angular direction to the another in a very small time. Even you can observe it happens in a few microsecond duration. So this is how you can explain that how much important the phased array radar tracking. So these are some of the important types of tracking radar, and you must remember that a radar can track targets in range as well as in angle, and sometimes tracking of Doppler frequency shift or radial velocity, it can also be performed. Thank you so much for watching this video.